Surah 17, or 50, chronological order, Al-Isra, Part 1. Praise be to the one who travelled by night with his slave at night from the sacred mosque to the Al-Aqsa mosque, whose precincts we have blessed, to show him from our signs. He is the hearer, the seer. And we gave Musa the book and made it guidance for the Banu Israel, not to take an agent instead of me, offspring of one we carried with Nuh. He was a grateful slave. And we preordained to the Banu Israel in the book, you shall corrupt in the land twice, and be exalted in big exaltedness. So when the promise of the first of them came, we raised against you slaves of ours, possessors of severe horribleness, and they explored the midst of the homes, and the promise was done. Then we returned the raid to you over them, and we extended you with monies and sons, and made you more of a company. If you have done good, you have done good for your souls, and if you have done evil, then for it. So when the promise of the last came, that they might grieve your faces, and that they might enter the mosque as they had entered it the first time, and that they might destroy what they had covered in destruction, perhaps your Lord will have mercy on you. And if you have returned, we have returned, and we have made Jahannam a mat for the Kafirun. This Quran guides to that which is straighter and gives good news to the believers, those who do the righteous deeds, that theirs is a big wage. And that those who do not believe in the hereafter, we have prepared for them painful torture. And man invokes for evil as his invocation for good, and man was hasty. And we made the night and the day 2 signs. Then we erased the sign of the night, and made the sign of the day insightful, that you may seek favour from your Lord, and know the number of years and the account. And everything, we have detailed it in detail. And every man we have imposed upon him his evil omen on his neck, and we bring out for him on the day of resurrection a book that meets him published. Read your book. It was sufficient by yourself today against you as something sufficient. He who was guided, he is only guided for his soul. And he who has strayed, he only strays against it. And a bearer does not bear another's burden. And we were not torturing until we raised a messenger. And when we have wanted to destroy a village, we have commanded its affluence. Then they have acted immorally therein, so the speech has been confirmed against it. Then we have destroyed it with destruction. And how many did we destroy of the centuries after Nuh? And sufficient was your Lord concerning the sins of his slaves as an expert, a seer. He who was wanting the immediate, we have hastened for him therein what we will for whom we want. Then we have made for him Jahannam, he roasts it, offensive, overpowered. And he who wanted the hereafter and strove for it, its striving while a believer, their striving was commendable. All we extend, these and these, from your Lord's gift, and your Lord's gift was not banned. Look how we have preferred some of them to others, and the hereafter is bigger in degrees and bigger in preference. Do not make another God with Allah, so that you sit offensive, unassisted. And your Lord decided that you do not worship but him, and doing good to parents. Whether old age reaches one of them, or both of them with you, do not say to them, Uff, and do not yell at them, and speak to them noble speech, and lower to them the wing of vileness out of mercy, and say, Lord, have mercy on them as they brought me up when I was small. Your Lord is a knower of what is in your souls. If you are righteous, he was a forgiver to the returners. And give the relative his right, and the needy and the traveller, and do not waste the wasting. The wasters were brothers of the devils, and the devil was ungrateful to his Lord. And whether you turn away from them seeking mercy from your Lord, which you hope for, say to them accessible speech. And do not make your hand chained to your neck, and do not extend it all the extent, so that you sit blameworthy, scanty. Your Lord extends the provision to whom he wills and has power. He was an expert in his slaves, a seer. And do not kill your children for fear of destitution. We provide them and you. Their killing was a big sin. And do not approach fornication. It was fahisha and evil as a way. And do not kill the soul that Allah has forbidden, except by right, and he who has been killed wrongfully? We have made for his protector an authority, but do not be extravagant in killing. He was helped. And do not approach the orphan's money except with that which is better until he reaches his maturity. And keep the covenant. The covenant was questioned. And cause the measure to be full when you have measured, and weigh with a straight balance. That is better and best in interpretation. And do not pursue what you have no knowledge of, hearing and vision and heart, all those were questioned about it. And do not walk in the land gleefully. You will not pierce the land, nor reach the mountains in height. All that was its evil with your Lord, disliked. That is from what your Lord has inspired you with of wisdom. And do not make with Allah another God, lest you be thrown into Jahannam, blameworthy, overpowered. Then has your Lord chosen for you sons, and taken from the angels females? You say a great speech.